So what should you do? I am not arguing I know that small reactors are a bad idea. I am skeptical that they are a good idea. We will have to wait and see, I suppose, because we're going to go ahead and spend money on this. But it seems to me that the way to sniff out what makes sense, small reactors, large reactors, non-nuclear alternatives, is to try to repress any further energy commercialization subsidies, bailouts, or mandates for any of these systems, nuclear or non-nuclear, or at least identify what these subsidies are worth. We haven't done the latter, and I doubt we'll ever do the former. We haven't done the latter, and we could, and we should. We need to back away from using national security as a justification for doing any of this. It's being used for these small reactors. If you can't quantify what the benefits are, you shouldn't do it. I'll give you an example. The Defense Department is toying with putting reactors forward to power lasers and all sorts of wonderful things in forward theaters. But they're expecting someone else to pay for them, the Department of Energy. They really don't have them in their budget. That strikes me as a little, coy by half. If there really is a national security imperative, it should be in the DoD budget, any of it. You should encourage this cost, the McKinsey company type models to be openly available. They're not. And we should definitely be asking, how can we reduce emissions quickest and most cheaply? Perhaps the schools, like the University of Utah, can get into the act. They need to do more to quantify what energy subsidies actually are worth or cost. Maybe the way to make that happen is to have legal requirements to make reports on this, or have international treaties that require reporting on what things really cost. It'd be nice to have histories on which arrangements to do energy research and development help and which ones don't. And we definitely need to know more about what our judgment about costs and risks. We have lots of data, but we haven't assessed it. And that's the reason I say that, and I'll close on this note, is we keep repeating the history with regard to reactors. We started with small reactors, we went to large reactors, and now we're going back to small reactors. We started with fast reactors, we went to non-fast reactors, and now we're going back to fast reactors. It'd be nice to keep track of how well we did in the past to judge whether it's smart to proceed again with all of this. And with that, I conclude.